and welcome to episode number 15 of Over Theologizing. I'm Joe.
And I'm Tyler. And today we will be talking to our first Anglican and Kiwi. Stick around.
Tyler, I just threw you for a loop.
Yes.
Tyler goes, "Are you ready to record?" And I said, "Yep." And then you press the button. And I said, "Wait." And yeah, we're gonna bring the listener in on our previous conversation. I was gonna look up for the word, like a introductory phrase in Vietnamese, and the listener's like, "Wait, why?" Tyler, we have so many Vietnamese listeners.
We do.
What's going on?
Apparently 40 total downloads right now in Vietnam. So
Vietnam.
Hey, if you're out there, keep it up.
We love you guys. I don't like if you're using a VPN and you're for some reason in Vietnam virtually. Don't let us
if you're
know.
lying to us,
just let us have
I'm
this.
I'm not happy with you.
But don't tell us. Just let us have this. We enjoy it. Yeah. All the people around, like Hong Kong, Chile, Brazil, Argentina, like we got some. We're worldwide, Tyler. Isn't that what a time to be alive?
This is one of the global podcasts of all time.
Yes. Speaking of this being a global podcast, we have a very special guest today, don't we?
Oh, Joe, who is it?
We have the vicar, Mr. Sir Conrad Dimmicks. Conrad, how are you today?
Great, thank you.
I was going to make a Vicar of Christ on Earth joke, but I didn't want to go that far.
Yeah, that would have been
not Catholic.
Yeah, that would have been really mean. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Right, fine. G'day. Wait, that's the other one.
Yeah.
What do New Zealanders say?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I think we pretty much g'day as well, just with a slightly different accent.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, honestly, Americans don't know the difference anyway. We're pretty dumb, so. Conrad just gave me the "you said it" face, which is true. I did say it, and I stand by it.
I mean, if the proverbial crock fits,
Yes. Well, Conrad, you are a very special guest on this podcast because you are the first Anglican we have had on this show.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, you're representing right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I could point you to some better Anglicans. If you want to talk to them before me, and we can go again.
Well, to be fair, you're the first Anglican that's agreed to talk to us, so we're off to a pretty great start.
That is very true.
Though we've also not reached out to that many Anglicans that I could think of, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious. I'm always curious. I always ask this question. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing. Maybe, I don't know. I guess the Christianese word to say is testimony. But did you grow up an Anglican? How'd you get where you are today?
Where I am today, right? Yeah. So, I grew up in an atheistic household.
Interesting.
Yeah, little tiny village we lived in at the time. My parents had nothing to do with the church, but because they wanted a babysitter during the week, I would occasionally be dropped off at the church children's programs. So I started to pick up some of the Bible stories there. We moved up to the town I'm in now, the top of the South Island. And I think I was about 15 or 16, and I have a super lame story in that a girl invited me to a youth group, and I was like, okay. So went along there, and for maybe 2 years, just hanging out with the people I met there. Well, the minister there, a guy called Ken, every week was just bringing the gospel, which I didn't recognize at the time. But So I think between 16 and 18, I was reading things like Case for Christ, Cold Case Christianity, those sorts of things, just to try and figure out, is this thing intellectually viable? I got to the point where I'm like, yes, it is intellectually viable, but I still don't think I believe it. And, I think it was actually a little Presbyterian church in our town, watching my friends worship and wanting that. All of a sudden realizing, oh, I do believe that. I can have that. I can have Christ. So that was how that happened. Little Presbyterian church for 10 years, I think, where 5 of them running the youth ministry there, 3 of them while studying, internship there at the mainline Presbyterian church in New Zealand. And at the end of my internship, the week after I'd graduated, I left and went down the road to the little Anglican church where we'd had a combined service, and the minister there had preached the gospel, really solid, wonderful. And I just had 3 pretty garbage years in an internship. I thought, I'm going to go rest for a bit, and ended up in this little Anglican church. And then 2 years after that, the ACANZP, the mainline Anglican church here in New Zealand, they started to allow for the blessing of same-sex partnerships, marriages. And so we left. Wow. Okay, a neighbour's motorbike is backfiring. I don't know if you can hear that or not.
Guys, we record this live and we just go. So
I was wondering, but I was like, it's not a big enough deal for me to worry about
it. Yeah, it'll be all right. We have kids screaming in the background of this podcast all the time.
That might happen later on the site as well.
Hey, that's all right. We love it.
Yeah, so we joined a new little Anglican denomination. I was the only one with any sort of theological ministry training, so sort of got pushed a little bit. And 7 years later, been the vicar there for a couple of years now. Pastor before that, whatever the term is. So how we ended up here.
Yeah. I find that interesting. I have a friend from Australia, and it seems the way he describes anyway that the kind of culture there, and this is anybody you talk to, anybody around the world, atheism, I guess less so in the past 5-6 years or so, but obviously just seems to be predominant. And anyway, the person from Australia that I know basically kind of framed it out to me as if it's pretty hostile down there. Like most people are pretty hostile towards Christianity. Would you say the same for New Zealand?
So apparently I've been living in a bubble in our little town. I've had friends move here in the last year, and I've said that this is the most welcoming place of Christianity in New Zealand that I've ever been. And I didn't realize that. So apparently where we're not is fairly negative. Statistically, atheism was growing. Church was shrinking. Yeah, pretty hard ground most of New Zealand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we talked to Daniel in Scotland, and we've talked to a few people kind of all over the place. Would you say that it's the same over there? Maybe the past few years, 3 to 5, maybe 6 years, it seems like people are opening up a little bit more to the gospel.
Yeah, I would say so, and I think the trend with it being young men is still true here as well. We have had a few coming through, and they're like, we're either going to go Reformed or Catholic. We need people that take the faith seriously. Like, okay.
Yeah. Well, and I think I don't know, man. It is so interesting to me. Um, I have my eschatological views and everything. Um, I have my views on something like quote unquote revivals and
Mhm.
things like that, but it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just a pendulum that swings, and that's just the way that God works. But it's definitely, at least in our lifetime and the near past before our lifetimes. And now you probably hear cats scurrying around in the background of mine. Sorry, they're fighting. Anyway, it seems like it is a pendulum. It's almost like how politics seems to work. It's like, the culture just swings completely away from God, and then the culture just swings back around. And at the end of the day, I think we would all agree here that God is going to save who God is going to save. Um, but just at least from our perspective, looking from the outside of other men's hearts, it just seems that way. I don't really know what to make of it, to be honest. I talked to Daniel, and I had a solo episode Tyler couldn't record then, with Daniel. And you can tell, especially places like Scotland, and I don't know, maybe it's the same for you. You could tell me if it is or not, but they're excited just to have people in the pews,
Right.
you know. And in America, especially living where I do in the Midwest, you know, most churches, there's plenty of small churches, but there's a whole lot of churches. There's no shortage of people that at least call themselves Christians. So I don't know. It's just it's kind of a interesting thing for me to think about. I wonder all the time, like, is it preferable that there's more people that at least outwardly claim the name of Christ, but inwardly are dead, or if they're just overtly not even trying to claim the name of Christ. You know
Right.
what I mean? I don't know. These are just things that I think about constantly.
Yeah, yeah, we've certainly thought about that here, but we've sort of been trained that going forward, it's all going to be bad. Everyone's going to hate us, and we need to be prepared and ready for that. Uh, so, looking across, you can be a bit like, oh, they've got Christians everywhere. That'd be nice,
Mhm.
rather than being sort of isolated, a little
Yeah.
bit off. But at the same time, I think now we've got people who have no idea anything about the faith, and so they're
Yeah.
actually much more open to hearing rather than thinking, "Oh yeah, I grew up in the Anglican Church or the Presbyterian Church. I'm good," even though I haven't been in 30 years and yeah, nothing to do with Christ, basically.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll claim the name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've definitely noticed a rash of that around here, especially, on social media and everything. Seen a lot of people that'll call themselves Christians, and it's like, I mean, I can appreciate calling, Jesus your savior, but like if you're not, if they'll know you by your fruits, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah,
I'm not seeing a whole lot of Christian fruit here. You know?
Yeah. Well, and he said to count the cost. And if you haven't had any cost at all, then
Yeah.
maybe maybe you should wonder a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's always interesting to hear about how things are going in different cultures, and that's always been super interesting to me. I guess it's just the day and age we live in with the internet. We were just talking about how um, people in Vietnam are listening to this podcast, and we're all just so connected that I guess with the internet, things are going to ebb and flow similarly in all over the world. Really, yeah, it's pretty wild. But I don't know. I don't know what sparks that. I put the scare quotes around the word revival before. I'm very, very cautious using that word. Yeah,
You
I
kind
don't
of
know.
have to
We
be,
won't
right?
go there. We can if you want to go there. I'm not going there. But
I
no, we
mean,
went
you
there a little
have
bit
the
with.
word revival. Yeah. You use it as a tent meeting. That's not a revival. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, we talked a little bit about that with Mason because he lives close to where is it Asbury? Is that
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Asbury
yeah.
College. Yeah.
Where that was going down. And you know, a bunch of young kids coming together like praying and talking about Jesus and reading the Bible. Love it. That's great. But, you know, then some of the extracurriculars that were going on, it's like, well, if this is what a revival is, then maybe we shouldn't strive for that. But yeah, I don't know. I think you know, um I noticed that you said little church for both of the churches that you referenced there.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm assuming that these were not like jam-packed full churches.
No.
Yeah.
So the Presbyterian one would have been between 100 and 200 people, which is actually fairly sizable for here.
Yeah.
I think the Anglican one we moved to would have been about the same, but then our church now is 30 to 40. Little
Yeah.
numerically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I guess on the one hand, so many people at least questioning the faith. People questioning the faith, you know, that otherwise wouldn't have is always a good thing. But I guess what I'm trying to say is so many people coming in the doors and at least hearing the gospel is obviously a good thing. You know, but I guess depending on how rural your context is, where you are in the world, that's how excited you get about that is going to be different, I suppose. But living in America and you know, church is kind of commoditized. If that is that a word? Did I just make up a word?
I'm
No,
not sure.
I think it works.
Okay. Commodified? Is that commoditized? Commodified?
I think commoditized works better.
Okay,
It,
yeah,
it sounds
we're going with that
better.
one.
It
Yeah.
could be completely wrong, but it sounds better.
All right, we're going with that one. Sounds better, makes me sound smarter. I guess I'm just kind of. Oh, I think we lost Conrad. I guess I'm just kind of jaded by. You know, there's a whole lot of people that pretend to be Christians here. Oh, yep, we sure did lose Conrad.
Uh-oh. Well, this is live podcasting, folks.
And you know what? We're gonna come back and hit him right with a game right after he comes back. What do you think he's gonna think about that?
Oh,
I think he's gonna love it.
User experiencing some connection issues. Oh, here he comes.
There
Here
he
he
is.
is.
There I am.
Yep, we stalled.
Apologies.
We're pros at this.
We're not. We're just so bad that it doesn't matter if we just make up random words.
Speaking of random words, Joe.
Oh,
no.
look at that transition. Conrad, rate that transition on a scale of 1 to 5.
1 to 5. That is
Yeah.
at least a 4.
Man, that is. Hey, Tyler, will you take that?
I'll take that. I'll take that. That's high marks.
It's a pretty good deal right there.
That doesn't get you any extra points in what's to come. I'm just going to say that.
And what is to come is a little game we like to call over theologizing. You've listened to the show, just in case there's anybody listening right now that has not heard the show. How this is going to work is we have a random word generator right here. Tyler and I are going to give Conrad, Vicar Conrad. From now on, I'm gonna. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. We're gonna give Mr. Conrad a random word, and he's gonna have to over theologize said word. And we're gonna rate your sermonette on a scale of 1 to 5. What do you think about this game?
Yeah.
Another quick note, Conrad, just to kind of refresh you and the audience, we do have a 2 times multiplier if you use the first word. If you don't like your first word, you can re-roll, but you will not get the 2 times multiplier there.
And we are generous here. We had a contestant get the word nationalism, and we went ahead and re-rolled for him on that one.
Said, you know what? Now's not a good time for this word. We're not ready to tackle that subject, so we'll leave that alone. Just go ahead and give him a free spin.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Conrad, are you ready for your word?
Yes.
All right. I'm spinning the wheel. Ooh, we have coverage. Coverage. You could go a number of different ways with this.
I have a couple in mind already, and I'm curious if you'll go the same direction.
I'm wondering if we're stalling here to give you time to think, by the way. I'm wondering if there's some strange slang in New Zealand for the word coverage that he's gonna throw at us right now. I don't know.
I could make something up for you if you'd like.
Hey, and we wouldn't know the difference. So.
I already said we're American and stupid. So.
And no plugging this into Chat GPT or anything. Like no AI help.
No, AI is strong.
AI would definitely throw some heresy in there.
But I'm concerned that I'll throw some heresy in there. Just Anglicans, right?
That's right.
Oh,
it was a self-inflicted wound there, so I can live for it.
You can feel free. Right. And I am terrible at this sort of thing, so
that's all right.
Prepare everything, get everything ready to go.
Yeah.
So in terms of coverage,
I don't know how the youth group culture is down there, but we usually like to tell guys to, turn their hat around, turn the seat around, sit backwards in the seat, fold their arms over the back of the seat. Yeah. And then, yeah.
Now I'm terrified that I'm going to define the word wrong. I think beginning with coverage, we really have to begin talking about sin, don't we?
Mm.
And sin is what is covered. So I think we can look into the world and see tremendously horrible things going on. See wars, see children being killed, various other awful things happening to them. I think we can often look at men and women who do truly horrific things to other people and think they are beyond salvation. There's no way that this person could ever be covered by anything. But I think maybe we do that ourselves, actually. To have that conversation with people where it's, I've been pretty awful. The things I've done in my life, I'm too bad for Christ to cover. The coverage of blood over us. And I think personally it brings me back to just before I became a Christian. I used to have conversations with this young Mormon girl and another Christian at the same time. And I convinced both of them to abandon Christianity or to not go forward with Christianity. And for me, it was years years of feeling horrible, years of thinking, no, I could never be good enough. But for Christ to save, not realizing that I don't have to be good enough because He is good enough. His blood poured out on the cross, facing the full wrath of God, that covers me.
Mm-hmm.
That covers my sin. That is our coverage, as it were. We're saved in Christ by His work and by nothing of ourselves. Just faith. That is as long as I'm willing to attempt to wax eloquent on that.
Hey, I like that a lot. Tyler, I don't know about you, but the coverage of the blood of Christ is a very, very good route to go with that. We're going to put our scores in. We are not going to tell you your scores until the end. That's how this works. We hold you in suspense. But that was very good. And yeah, if you're a Christian and you have not gone through that same exact like spiritual duress or anxiety or whatever feeling you want to attach to it, then you may be a liar, because I think we've all gone through that. Yeah. Tyler, I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was.
That having my daughter's cat ear headphones on made that much more uncomfortable. I couldn't find my ones, obviously, so I look like an idiot saying these things. Oh.
I wasn't going to bring it up. You brought it up.
I did.
Yeah. I did. Conrad could not find his headphones before this episode, and he did have to borrow some headphones from they're your daughter's headphones?
My daughter's headphones.
Yes, his daughter's headphones that do indeed have cat ears and paw prints on them. And it is wonderful.
There's genuinely nothing that could have been better for our podcast, where we don't take ourselves very seriously at all. So this was just perfect.
Yeah.
You definitely took that little over theologizing game in a different direction. I was initially thinking, and it's probably just because it's come up in conversation with you guys at the church, the idea of like head coverage. So that was something that's been kind of floating around in the brain. So that was where I was like, because of the angels.
Yeah, because of the angels. But where would I go from there, right?
Well, give us your opinion.
Paul didn't elaborate. Now. Why should I?
Tell us why women should have head coverings. Go. No, I'm just kidding.
Because of the angels.
Because of the angels.
That's
no further comment. Next
Honestly,
question.
Bravo. That's just biblical. I can't even argue with that. By the way, women, if you want to have head coverings, just do it because of the angels.
That's right.
I respect it. We have a couple women in my church that do head coverings. It's not like a strict teaching of our church or anything, but there's a couple of them that feel convicted about it, and they wear head coverings every Sunday. And hey, you know what? If that's your conviction, then I think you actually should do it.
I would tend to agree. We actually have a few ladies. One of them just started doing it recently after a conversation with her husband. I thought it was kind of an interesting move. Like I've seen all the arguments to and for, for and against rather. And man, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, especially when it comes to like, what did he mean because of the angels?
Yeah. Well, I'm always super cautious of, the whole like, oh yeah, that's just a cultural thing, know, because that's kind of how you wander into just general egalitarianism, and all of a sudden women are pastoring and preaching from the pulpit, and yeah, Paul when he talked,
in, right?
yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, and then homosexuality. All those things, it's always the same. Oh, well, yeah, that's just a cultural thing from way back then, not now. Yeah. Moral laws, whatever we want it to be, right? That's how it works. We have no standards. We don't need to worry about that. But, that's kind of what we were talking about earlier, though, that I find interesting with so many young people that are And like you said, they are usually tending towards either Reformed or Catholic circles. But I think a lot of the kind of new wave of Christians are definitely taking things a lot more seriously and actually having historically rooted standards rather than just like the past 50 or 60 years.
Well, that's something I've been noticing a lot where there's a lot of people. I mean, just even this kind of weird trend towards Christianity that we've been seeing, it seems to be deeply rooted in this place of I'm tired of people saying this is how things should be because that's just how they want it to be.
Yeah.
Give me something that's deeply rooted in history and like give me an actual reason why I should hold whatever conviction it is.
Yeah.
Like forget tradition for tradition's sake. That's not good enough for me. And I think that's a great place to start. Obviously that's not going to get you all the way there. And, so I'm obviously hoping for a lot of these people that are kind of going in this direction that there would be some real serious reflection on like what it is about the Christian faith that seems to be drawing them so much. And obviously like we would say is, pretty firm believers in God drawing people. We know the answer, but yeah, like it's so interesting to me that to see this shift where it's like becoming Christian is like the countercultural movement now, whereas for a while it like, coming out as gay or, this anything that's like considered an alternative lifestyle. It was not the norm. Like that was the counterculture. Bands like Rage Against the Machine come to mind of like this whole like fight against the system. And then it's like, well, so now you're just preaching the same message that everyone else is. So you're not raging against the machine, you're raging for the machine.
Yeah.
So, it's so interesting to see that it's like being Christian is almost cool again.
Yeah. Well, yesterday's like goth atheist. Yeah, almost. Yesterday's goth atheist kid is like today's modest Christian kid. Like that's how kids are almost rebelling against their parents, which, hey, I mean, much rather them do that than the opposite, but it's just a weird thing. I don't know. Like I said, I think about it a lot. I don't really know how to square the circle on that one, but at the end of the day, God's going to save who he's going to save. So we just got to keep working, keep going, keep speaking in beautiful accents like Conrad over there. Conrad, if you moved to the US, you could have such greater pull than you do there, because all you would have to do from the pulpit is just, I mean,
it wouldn't matter what you talked about at that point. People would want to listen.
Just say whatever I want. Turn with me to Romans chapter 6.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just like
I'm already turning. What do I do next? Where?
I wasn't prepared for this.
You're right. Now we're on to regular theologizing.
Yeah. I feel like what I just told you to do is how like cults start. Yeah,
cult of personality.
Yeah,
cult of the accent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next
but that's not undue influence. That's very due influence.
I mean, Brian Houston? He's from New Zealand.
Oh, is he?
Is he really?
That's what they did. Yeah. Oh no, he's Australian. He's definitely Australian.
Oh. See, I told you.
Like I said,
I was like, I thought he was Australian, but
no,
wow, that's
he's a New Zealander. But yeah, he
okay,
New Zealander, but started the church over in Australia.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, if you put an Aussie and a New Zealander next to each other and had them both talk, I probably couldn't tell the difference between the accents. So, you could have had me.
Could have. Fair.
I could tell the difference
You can tell the difference.
definitely.
How
If I hear him side by side, yes.
I don't think I could.
So there's an interesting thing where the west coast of the South Island basically has an Australian accent.
Mm.
We have
Interesting.
different accents. We don't all have the same one. Mine is North Canterbury. But yeah.
The good one.
The good one. I
The
think
good
so.
one.
I want to say that we actually had a discussion about this a long time ago in the Reformed Brotherhood chat.
Probably.
Where we were talking about different accents, because it was probably when the first time Daniel posted a voice note or something, and everyone was like, "Ooh." You know?
Yeah. Oh, I made him review my attempt at a Scottish accent on there as well.
Oh yes.
I remember that.
Oh my
Will
gosh.
not
Yes.
do for you.
That's fine. We don't have to put that out there. But if you go to t.me/
You can find that.
Yeah.
You can find it. You can search by name of who posted it. Yep. Find it on there easy. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yep.
I gotta start posting more.
I gotta say though, as far as accents go, I'm going Scottish. The Scottish accent is just
so good.
It's lyrical, like just speaking. It's just melodic and wonderful.
I have grown to appreciate a lot of different accents over the years. I went to a worship school, which I know I've talked about before, and we actually had someone from Hillsong come and like try to teach us some songwriting stuff. And so it was like really cool to like hear her with like a very Australian accent, like teaching us in class. It was just like, oh, this is cool, you know. And then of course, you know, growing up listening to people like Alistair Begg as well, you know.
Yeah. What's with that though? Like when people with an accent sing, you know, sometimes they don't have the accent anymore.
Yeah. Can you sing for us real quick so we can hear?
Yeah.
I can try. I'll say, "Amazing grace, how sweet the sound." Did my accent go away?
It did not, but that was wonderful. It was better that it didn't. Honestly, that was beautiful.
I've heard that our New Zealanders are pretty bad for putting on an American accent to sing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
We think our accent is annoying.
I don't think
if we
it's
want to
annoying.
be famous, we need to put on a different accent.
That seems like extra work.
That is extra work. No point.
You know, obviously, before the Tower of Babel, everybody spoke with an American accent. So, sorry, I had to do it. Tyler's shaking his head at me right now. Oh, there, Conrad shook his head at me as well.
I did.
We just love you, Joe.
Oh man, this is the kind of quality you guys get for. Also, I do want to say I put in I think 78 hours last week and then 67 hours this week. So if this episode is like off the rails the whole time, that's my fault. I'm taking the blame on that one.
I haven't slept properly in 11 days, so we're good.
Oh my goodness.
We're just goofing off. That's all this is.
Well, that's basically the podcast. Like, I think if you were to look at our show with just the title in mind, it's probably going to sound like it's a lot more than it really is. And it turns out it's just two goofballs from somewhere in the States just jabbering at each other.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a niche. Some people want that. Some people in Vietnam really want to hear that, right?
On 40 different occasions, apparently.
Yeah, we love you guys. That is awesome. I'm for real. Like, if you guys are listening in various parts of the world, let us know on Twitter. Hit us up.
I would actually love to hear that. Mostly, like, I mean, I'm curious why.
Why are you guys still here? Yeah, that's a good question.
And if you
Well-
are still here, just know you're a real one for that.
Yeah. Well, I think we've asked you like one question this whole 40-minute podcast so far, but no, we ask a little bit about the culture down there, I guess, as well. But so I was kind of curious what drove you? Was it mostly just like you said you did the studying in the Presbyterian church for 3 years,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
And then you went to the Anglican church for a bit of a break. Was it mostly just that led you the Anglican direction, or was it a significant theological shift? Or
Oh, so my bishop knows that I'm really a Presbyterian, serving in an Anglican church.
Yeah.
It was So the guy that
which
we
I
that
also knew
preached-
that, by the way. I just wanted to,
Yeah. Just want to
Sorry.
make sure, bring it naturally. And
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
so it comes across that way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And the guys who were forming the new Anglican denomination, I knew a bunch of them already. They were some of the first people I'd heard actually preach the gospel at other events that I'd gone to a few years before that. So I thought we'll be pretty safe with these guys. Set up relational and
Yeah.
pushed that way.
Yeah. Well, I think it's interesting. I don't know. I've said many times on the podcast, like I go to a non-denominational church, and most people, rightfully so, will hear that and kind of get the goosebumps and be like, "Oh, yikes!" But I don't know. God has people that are Anglican, that are non-denominational, this is not like a controversial thing to say. I don't think, there are Roman Catholics that truly believe the gospel and are truly saved. There's people all across all Christendom that are true Christians, true believers, and are saved. Obviously you don't want to go to some church that's not even orthodox on, the major, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think right now. The key points to the faith, like how we are saved, who is Jesus, who is God.
Primary doctrines.
Primary, thank you. Yeah.
It took me a second too. I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, what is that word?
It's that one word. It's a really important word. Trinitarianism, you don't want to go to Unitarian church and all that. But I do think it's really cool. We have a mutual friend who, for a long time, was a Paedo-Baptist Presbyterian and was an elder in a Baptist church. And I don't know. I think it's really cool when people are able to set aside maybe differences on tertiary and sometimes even maybe a little bit more important, like secondary doctrine, but still come together and worship Christ and serve together.
Yeah.
Well, and respect one another enough to say, like, yeah, you're a Christian, like we're brothers,
Yeah. Yeah, and Anglicans. No, go ahead.
I did have to
no,
actually
that's not. That was
work my way through the 39 Articles,
yeah,
Jerusalem Statement, 2008, and actually, can I agree with this to serve in this church? So, it is nice to have a doctrinal basis to be like, this is where we are.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And I wasn't saying and Anglicans. That's really unfortunate timing. I was trying to say, and Anglicans aren't that different. You know,
no,
they're not. You guys, you weirdos over there, you're not.
No.
You're not all that different.
Your low church Anglican church is not going to look very much different to a Presbyterian church in general, and then probably not that much different to a evangelical church, a serious evangelical church.
Yeah.
Fairly similar.
Well, I often like to say that my church, as well as Tyler's church, Tyler probably a little bit more so than mine, they're like the most reformed, not reformed churches that exist. So it's probably not a ton different, but maybe some liturgical differences. But that's all right. You guys got that prayer book thing.
Yes. 1662.
Yeah. What do you think about Book of Common Prayer and such?
We regularly are using a prayer book from Sydney. It's been that we're sort of allowed to use. They've allowed us, our denom, to use it, and it's solid and helpful. It means the congregation are learning sort of the same confession together.
Yeah.
We're hearing the same assurance, repetition over months and years, giving things to pray.
Yeah.
Together, and I think that's wonderful. It's the same with like singing hymns and psalms together.
Yeah.
Just having that flow.
Definitely.
I am a fan of prayer books for the most part.
Yeah, I never really. I don't know. It's definitely possible that I'm completely ignorant, but I never really had a problem with common prayer books and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I don't. There's definitely going to be some people listening to this that are like, hey, that's horrible. But
I don't think it's really out of place in the gathering of the church, really. I mean, like one of the things we do, part of our liturgy is like we will have our call to worship. And a lot of times that involves some call and response kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Recitation of scripture. When we have our prayer before the supper is served, there's usually a group confession and a group assurance that we recite together, and there's some call and response. And I don't have now. I didn't always feel that way. It was very foreign to me when I first started attending this church. The call and response stuff just felt very Catholic, from my ignorance. But I've gotten to the point to where it's one of my favorite things that we do. Just because I don't, what more important thing can you think of for the church to do than to recite scripture and pray together, in a common way that we can all lend our voice to. And so it's like, Catholic or not, I think it's a pretty solid practice.
Yeah, definitely. We do the same thing. We have a call to worship, and oftentimes it's a, like you said, it's a repetition and response. Usually it has, it's just a small section of scripture. But yeah, I don't know. Like I just don't really get the whole idea that solid liturgy is like just for the Catholics, I'm not like, that's a really, really common objection. And sometimes people, like, for the call to worship, if you're saying the Lord's Prayer, sometimes people will be like, "Ooh, well, that was kind of Catholic." And it's like, well, no, that's the Lord's Prayer.
Those were Jesus' words, man.
They don't own that.
You guys recite any of the creeds during your services, or is that
we have
yeah.
We have in the past, yes. I would like it if we did more, but yeah, we've done. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it was same. Like we've actually done a few different ones. Obviously the Apostles' Creed is like a big one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've also done the Athanasian Creed, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really really neat. I mean, like these are statements that have been passed down through centuries. Let's use them.
Yeah. Well, and obviously we're going to be big on creeds and confessions, but there are some people in our church that are a lot less into creeds and confessions. And, there's a couple people in my church that are lovely. I still love them, and they love Jesus for sure, but are more like the, no creed but Christ type of person, which actually that's something I'm kind of curious about. Is that something that you run into in that context as well?
Yes. Yeah. We have a few people like that in our church, or like related to people in our church who are no creed but Christ. So that is a creed, and it's not a very good one.
You heard it here first, folks.
Who is Christ? Which Christ?
Right.
Which Christ? Who are we talking about?
Yeah.
Where do you
What
find
did he
out?
do? Who is he? Yeah.
Right. If you can answer all these in a good format that we've passed down through the ages,
Yeah.
you might just hold on to a creed.
Yeah, that's something that I talked to Daniel about as well. And, I totally agree with him that just that looseness and vagary is kind of what led to the shift to the left in the church.
Yeah.
And then also just a drop off of, uh, you know, obviously attendance, but even just like a cultural acceptance of the gospel in general.
Yeah.
Creeds and confessions are vitally important. And we should hang on to those. What's your favorite? Everybody, what's your favorite creed and or confession? Go. Yeah, 1689. That's it. Good answer, guys. 3 for 3, 1689.
All right, we're moving on. No, just kidding.
Belgic's pretty good.
Belgic is good.
39 articles.
Pete would be proud.
Pete would be very proud.
Pete would also be proud. Pete would also be proud to see that library behind you. Hey, Pete's got a great library. That
was a fun library to look at for sure.
Yeah, it was.
In the pre-show, we're like, dude, can you show us more of that?
Yeah. Your library rivals his library though. It's pretty good. I mean, I see some bending shelves from the weight of the books. That's the sign of a good library right there.
I've just got 2 new shelves and they're full, so I need more.
I mean, what are you going to do? Such is life.
What are you going to do? I'm not getting rid of any of my books, right?
How does your wife feel about this? Never mind. We'll move on.
Yeah.
I don't spend much money on anything else, so
hey,
this is fine. Books.
Yeah, there you go.
Say every man's got to have a hobby.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, so speaking of reading and libraries, Joe, I think we have another game.
We do have another game. Conrad, this is going to be our most difficult game. And before I even explain this game to you, I just want to say how incredibly difficult this game is, and that nobody should judge you at all in any sort of way on how good you do on this game, because I would get 0 points. So listener, you can play along and don't cheat and hit that fast forward button. I'm watching you. You can play along and also see how difficult this game is. I say that right off the bat to everybody. Nobody's ever given any bad feedback from someone doing poorly on Scripture Scramble. But this is Scripture Scramble. So how this is going to work, Mr. Conrad, is I have 3 Bible verses in front of me. They are all scrambled up. All you have to do is unscramble them and then tell me the book, chapter, verse. All right? All you have to do. Yeah, that's
real quick before we start, Joe. Conrad, I am curious. What translation are you typically using?
Oh, that's a good question.
ESV.
Hey, that's what I used.
All right.
Slight advantage.
So we know he's serious. He's serious.
We know he's a real Christian.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was bad. Okay. Well, before I offend anybody else, are you ready? Are you ready for this game?
Yeah.
All right. I apologize. This is Tyler. You got to tell me. Are we bullying?
You'll notice I have kept my mouth shut. I've been accused of bullying too many times. I have not said a word.
All right. Well, here we go. Here's your first verse, Conrad. You ready? All right. Let thanksgiving buy about everything anything. Requests be prayer, be with supplication, in not do made, known and God. You're but too anxious. And I can repeat that if you need me to.
Yeah, please do. Not going well.
Okay, here we go. Let thanksgiving buy about everything, anything. Requests be prayer, be with supplication, in not do made, known and God. You're but too anxious.
I'm
Yeah.
realizing the problem with just listening through audio Bibles now. They don't do chapter.
Well, what you
and
should have
verse.
done is hit the scramble button.
Yeah. Scramble button that would tell me that. Oh.
You got
Yeah.
any ideas? Anything?
New
Any
Testament.
words? Yep. Any particular
Yeah.
words sticking out to you? There's a few key words here.
Yeah, prayers, supplications.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I am blanking really hard on this. Sure, I've preached on this.
Yeah, I see, and I always try to make them like just obscure enough, like I don't want to just throw John 3:16 out there,
Yeah. That would have been nice though.
Yeah.
Next time.
I guess I just gave you a hint. I mean, it's not John 3:16.
Not John 3:16. I'm gonna make a terrible guess.
Hey, no guess is
Just
a
for
terrible
fun.
guess unless it's John 3:16.
Unless it's John 3:16. It's not John 3:7. No. That's all. Church. I'm just gonna say something nonsensical. Like 1 Thessalonians 3.
I love the effort. It is not, in fact, 1 Thessalonians.
I didn't think it was.
Oh, do you want to try and unscramble though?
I've forgotten all of the words.
Okay, that's all right. It was Philippians 4:6. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. That is one that I feel I personally should have memorized and do not. So I would not have gotten that either.
I preached on that last year, and that's why I guessed Thessalonians, because I did that as well.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Gotcha.
I thought the key word there was anxious.
Yeah, anxious,
yeah.
Thanksgiving, supplication. Supplication, that's a big one.
Yeah.
You were on the right track. And you knew it was going to be an epistle too.
Yeah, as soon as you said epistle, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But there's a few of those.
A few of those. I knew it was an epistle. Yeah. I knew it was to one of the churches. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. All right. Well, are you ready for your next one?
No, but let's go.
All right. His are he disciples said, blessed up kingdom God, on are you, and who, and lifted eyes for yours his poor of. And now I picked this one thinking that it would be a little more obvious than it is, but I think the scramble really scrambled here.
Did a real
It
number
did a
on this
really
one.
good job at scrambling. I can read that again.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read that, Joe.
Go. And if
All
you
right.
give me the reference as well, it'd be ideal.
Yeah. His are he disciples said, "Blessed up, kingdom God, on are you, and who and lifted eyes for yours the his poor of." And I believe in the rule book we had something about hints. I don't see anything about hints, but see the funny thing is that we make the rules.
Okay.
So
I like that you said rule book. There's a small blurb.
Yeah.
Tiny note code.
I wrote that in about 2 seconds. That is our rule book. What? Oh, but if I had a hint, but I think it would just give it away.
Okay. That New Testament again.
Tyler, do you have a hint idea?
I do, but I'm also thinking that it might give it away potentially.
Yeah. Well, what? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have a private meeting with Tyler right here in our DMs. What if that's my hint? Is that too far?
No, I thought that was actually pretty obvious, but but I'm also okay. To be fair, I can read the answer key.
Yeah,
here,
well,
so.
yeah, it's the that.
Well, see,
we're
so
yeah, true. Well, I feel like okay. So here's what I'm gonna say. Jesus said this. And there are multiple references in the Gospels to it, and I will accept whatever reference you provide. How about that?
Oh no!
I think that's fair.
Well,
I think it's fair.
Well, I had gotten that far myself, but thank you. I honestly don't know, so I'm going to say like Matthew 6:25.
All right, so that's going to be in the area of the one that I. Hold on. I gotta make it official here. Oh no! It is so close.
No.
You're getting a point off of that.
Okay, I'll take that.
All right, so you quoted Matthew 6:25, which says, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes?" Which is very close to what we're talking about. This is the Beatitudes, and I took the reference from Luke, and it's Luke 6:20, and it says, "And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, 'Blessed are you who are poor, for yours is the kingdom of God.'"
See, the problem with this one in particular, Joe, and I'm just going to go ahead and give you a hard time about this. Yeah. This is dirty because even if you figured out the wording of that one, your mind is immediately going to Matthew 5.
Yeah.
That's the normal source of the Beatitudes you hear like in sermons or whatever.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I got to make it slightly obscure, but I told him if either reference, I would, I didn't even think about that, to be honest. I was just reading Luke recently, and so that's the one I picked.
Okay, this was never going to go well for me anyway.
I'll be honest with you. You've gotten a point on Scripture Scramble so far, and you're 2 out of 3, and you got a point more than I would have. So,
okay.
All right. Are you ready for your third and final Scripture Scramble? Yeah. The end of your torture.
Final. Thank you.
Let's do it. Yep. All right. Was not made without. All were, and that was him. Things any made thing, him through. And yet again, I picked these verses and I'm like, all right, I might get this one if it were me. And then I read the scrambled version and I'm like, there's no way I would get this.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read that again?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Was not made without. All were, and that was him. Things any made thing, him through.
Come on, Brian. John 1. Hebrews or John? Hebrews or John? Oh. Well. No chance. No chance. This is another one where I'm like, I know these
There's
words.
a chance. You never know.
I know these words. I'm going to put myself out of my own misery and just say like a Hebrews 4, 5 or something.
You were right with your other guess.
I was right
John
with John
1:3.
John 1.
John 1:3. Yeah.
I psyched myself out of it.
All things were made through him, and yeah, I know. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
That has.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the one. And yet again, you did better than I would have. So
Okay.
Don't beat yourself up too much on that one. And yet again, that is the hardest torture that you have to go through on this podcast, other than listening to us talk. So.
Okay.
You be the judge, which is worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, when I originally came up with that game, I thought, yeah, this will be fun. This is a nice game to play with your friends. And then we did it the first time, and I was like, oh, this is just
cruel
mean.
and unusual punishment.
Oh man!
I will admit,
but you know
I
what?
Stole it and used it for a house group as well.
Oh, did you? That's awesome, though.
Yeah, they did not enjoy it, but I enjoyed it. So feel free to.
That's
to
okay. Neither have any of our guests. This has definitely been like the one game that we do that is definitely like the most self-serving. Of like, we're just gonna bully the guest for a little bit and hope they want to come back.
Yeah. I will. I will
fine.
give you a. Yeah. I will give you a sneak preview just because it's you, Conrad. But we're thinking about possibly one day switching up the games. Maybe. Possibly.
Yeah.
We're not 100% on that, but we might. We might switch up the games and do like a season type thing. Was that a bird?
No, that was a. Oh, you can't see through the window. Uh-oh. There's a baby in my window saying hello to me. Hello. Okay. Bye. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. What was it? Was it a bird?
No, it was my 2-year-old.
Gotcha. It was lagging, so I wasn't sure.
Knocking on the door.
Nice.
Oh, fair. New Zealand internet.
Oh, not good.
Well, possibly like Florida combined with St. Louis combined with New Zealand all connecting at one time, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That might be a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Yeah. But so Conrad, are you the main preaching I don't know if you would use the word pastor.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you the main teaching elder, I guess, to use a Presbyterian term at your church?
Yes. So the way it works is I'm the only elder. So
Gotcha.
how Anglicanism sort of works. Your college of elders is sort of across the diocese, which would be like a presbytery, rather than in a local congregation. But yeah, so I'm the main preaching pastor and everything else.
Gotcha. So whatever you say goes, obviously.
Yeah, kind of.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Well, how many Lord of the Rings references do you fit into a sermon typically?
It's very rare. Wow. I think I've only ever done 2 or 3 in the last 7 years.
You got to get those
definitely
numbers
do
up.
more if I was overseas. Be like, yeah, let's point back to being from New Zealand.
Right.
Or whatever.
You know, right up the road from where I used to preach. You know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the barrel scene from The Hobbit, that's a river nearby where I live. Wait, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Not much around here, though. Actually, one of my colleagues, he's at another church down south. His wife was in. She was one of the riders of Rohan. Because all the girls had horses, and they put fake beards on them, and they took their horses.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Out there just screaming, "Death!" Yeah, no, I had to look up like a map just for grins of like where different parts of the movies were shot, you know, just
all over,
you know, as a fan, you know, of the movies, like that's been like a dream for a while. It's like one day I'll try to make it over there and, you know, make the pilgrimage, as it were.
I live
At this
here
point,
and I haven't done a lot of it.
Oh yeah.
Terrible.
I'd imagine, like, you know, for a lot of people, like that's the only thing they know about New Zealand at all. And so it's like, you know, I'd imagine it's kind of like, really? You know? Yes, the Lord of the Rings stuff.
I'm a fan, so it's fine. But yeah, it can get like that.
Yeah.
We did have people.
It is beautiful down there.
For some reason,
I mean,
I lived in mud huts. Yeah.
Oh my.
That's an impressive mud hut right there that I'm looking at.
Right.
Yeah. Keeps my books dry. That's all I need.
Right.
That's crazy. Yeah, at this point, I'd be happy to go anywhere outside. I've never been outside of the U.S., so it'd be pretty neat to go to New Zealand. Maybe I can go to New Zealand and visit your church someday. Visit all the Lord of the Rings sites, including yeah. Have security at the door. Hey, wait, that guy tortured me on a podcast once. Don't let him in.
You'll never believe what this guy did to me.
Yeah. That guy's a jerk. Oh, man.
And I wouldn't blame you one bit, really.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't either. So I'm kind of curious actually. Do you have any siblings?
I have one younger brother. He is an
Is he so
Australian
did
now.
he Oh, wow. He's a traitor.
He's dead to us.
uh did he go through a similar thing that you did? Did he come to faith at all at any point or
No. Uh, I think I'm the only one in my family, 3 or 4 generations still.
Mm,
Is yeah. There are probably some aunts and uncles I don't know about, but yeah, no one
yeah.
in my sort of brother or parents are still sort of agnostic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be pejorative or anything, but it's just really interesting to me how really like I said, just talking to my Australian friend and then also lots of people in Europe and everything, like it just seems like culturally they're a lot more um I don't want to say hostile, but like I guess aggressively not Christian. Like very aggressively not Christian. And again, it could just be where I'm from, being in the Midwest of the United States. There's a lot of people that just kind of grow up in, hey, I went to church, so I go to church now, and it's not
Yeah, like
authentic at all.
Christian by association almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Uh, but I don't know. That's just always been kind of an interesting thing to me. Trying to work out in my head. Well, is that really any better? you know?
Uh, just essentially the same thing, but from
Yeah.
different angles. Self-defense mechanism against the gospel, against
Yeah.
believing yourself to be a sinner and understanding who Christ is and that you're not the
Right.
boss. And you can do that by being, oh, I don't care about religion. I'm just me. And you can do that by,
Mm,
I'm going to control God by
yeah.
doing religion right. Or, like, yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if that would be the
Yeah.
sort of
Well, and
how
it,
that would
it
work.
really
And
goes back to what you were saying. Oh, sorry.
yeah, the lag is bad. Sorry.
No, it's all good. What were you saying? I,
Oh, yeah, I just wasn't
I
sure
think.
if that would be the same sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm totally with you, and I think it really goes back to what you were saying before, and it's like, you know, for the people that outwardly just deny Christ, um, the answer is simple, and then also for the people that outwardly appear to accept Christ but inwardly deny Christ, the answer is also simple. You don't have to
Yeah.
be good enough. You don't have to atone for the things that you've done in the past. And look, like you talked about how um, there were a couple people that you actively led away from Christianity, and back in the day, there was plenty of people that I actively led towards like just a ungodly drug filled you know lifestyle that was horrible. And like some of those people ended up going to jail. And yeah, like I've done some horrible things, man, but at the end of the day, the atonement for that happened on the cross. And you know for people like my siblings, well, one of my siblings, my other sibling, hey Jake, he's a Christian. He's a Roman Catholic, but we'll talk more about that later when we have him on. But like my sister who's an atheist, like the answer is really simple, and it doesn't have anything to do with you being good enough or you paying for the things that you've done wrong in the past. It's just give it to him, you know? And I used to be offended by that just like everybody else. But now it's just like, why would you be offended by that? It's such an awesome thing that God, who we owed everything, just for creating us, and then we also sinned against, was still gracious to us and died for us and atoned for us. Like, why that is offensive, uh, I'll never understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I remember wanting to be in control, wanting to be able to do it myself. So I can see why, but once you grasp grace, like,
Yeah.
no, how could anyone be offended by the love shown for us in Christ? It's this.
Yeah.
But we need to offend people with it, with the
Yeah.
gospel. They need to be
Definitely.
offended to actually think and come to understand a desperate need for Him.
Yeah. Yep. The foolishness of preaching.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Well, Conrad, we have one final game. This is by far our most laid back, easy game. Nothing to worry about here. We do have two specific and interesting themes with this game. Tyler's going to read you off a few stories here, a few facts, and actually two facts and one lie. We have two truths and a lie, church history edition, and we have an Anglican theme just for you throughout this game.
Okay.
But also we have an animal theme, which is interesting. That was unintentional, but we do have one. So, Tyler,
it goes with the headphones.
Yeah, it goes with the dog.
The animal theme. Yeah.
Oh man.
And me, for some reason, through the lag, thinking your child was a bird.
Yeah.
Sorry about that again.
What a glare.
All right. Well, so yeah, like Joe said, two truths and a lie, church history edition. So I'm just going to read you these statements, and your job is to tell me which one is the lie. So we have here the Swan Feast at Lambeth Palace. Archbishops of Canterbury, leaders in the Church of England, historically had the right to dine on swan. Yes, actual royal swans from the Thames at places like Lambeth Palace. These elegant birds could end up as part of a very fancy and slightly unusual meal. Number two.
What do you think? Real quick, what do you think about that story? I heard some audible response over there. Are you confident in what you think that is? True or lie?
I'm pretty sure that's true.
Okay.
All right.
But I'll wait till I hear the other one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. The Cathedral Fox regulars. At Canterbury Cathedral, one of the most important sites in the Church of England, urban foxes have become surprisingly familiar visitors. Over the years, staff and worshippers have occasionally spotted foxes wandering the grounds at night and sometimes even lounging inside parts of the cathedral complex. They're not exactly members of the choir, but they've become such regular locals that staff joke about them being part of the extended cathedral community. And then finally, statement number 3 here, the traveling squirrel that delivered sermon notes. In one Reformed parish in Scotland, a trained squirrel was supposedly used to carry rolled up sermon notes between ministers in different churches. The squirrel allegedly wore a tiny pouch and was rewarded with oats for successful deliveries.
No, I wasn't able to go Anglican all the way across. I did have one non-Anglican story in here. I'm sure you'll forgive me.
That's okay. Yeah. That's fine. I desperately want the squirrel to be true. So even though it seems the most outlandish, I'm just going to claim that that's true. Dude, Swan Feast thing has precedence with With Lords. Makes sense. I'm just going to say the Cathedral Foxes isn't true because it's the most boring and I don't like it.
Well, Conrad, I am afraid that I'm going to have to dash your hopes to pieces here. Unfortunately, the squirrel was the lie. As delightful as it sounds, there were no official sermon delivering squirrels in Reform Scotland. I know.
I really wanted that one to be true as well, but alas, it was not.
I knew it wasn't, and yet the desperate
you had to
desire
hold
was
out
there.
hope. Yeah. Oh, that was wonderful. So, also, I kind of, I did a little bit of research into the whole swan thing. Yeah, that's a thing, huh? They really, they really dined on swan. Would you try swan?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think
my
I'm
wife
good.
is terrified of them, actually. So we don't go
Well,
near
I have to
swans.
wonder. I have to wonder how different is that from goose?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm bigger. They're bigger.
And meaner.
Much meaner.
Swans are meaner than geese?
Swans are much meaner than geese.
Oh, really?
Well, so you got to understand, we got some pretty mean geese around here.
Yeah. Yeah, the geese are mean around me. They don't like people very much. And they're Canadian too. What's up with that?
Oh yeah.
I could actually send you some clips that have been circulating online of a goose attacking a man in a parking lot in the city that I live in. So
was it geese that attacked Jesse when he was out for a run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they are Canadian, but they don't act like it.
They are not polite at all.
Hockey mode all the time.
Right? Yeah, right.
That's right.
Yeah. Hockey geese.
We're breaking new ground on this podcast. I like this. This is great.
Trying to make friends with everyone and offending every single one of them.
We offend with the gospel and our words. Oh, man. Well, Mr. Conrad, it was a joy having you on the podcast. From swan feasts to talking New Zealand and Lord of the Rings, I would love to have you on another time. Tyler, do you want to share your score and a brief explanation for it for over theologizing?
Yeah, I gave you a solid 3.5 out of 5.
That's a good score.
I thought that you gave a very moving, very appropriate talk on the word coverage and what it means, including some personal examples. I found that to be very compelling. So you get a 3.5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, and my score, have you seen my world famous food reviews?
No.
That's okay. I am a very harsh critic. All right.
1.
For now, for me, 2.5 is average. Okay. So anything above 2.5, I'm like, hey, that's good. Below 2.5, subpar. And I gave you a solid 3.9, which is high on my scale. I think that is towards the higher end of scores that I've given. I'm reserving my 5.0 for someone to make me weep. So until that happens, nobody's getting a 5.0. But yeah, 3.9, solid score. Did I accidentally just... Oh, no, okay. I thought I accidentally just erased our scores, and nope, we're good. I got everything saved. We're good. All right. Well, Conrad, it was a joy having you on. If you had to rate this podcast, say, an Apple Podcasts or any sort of podcast catcher like that, what do you think you would give it?
Oh, I am. I give everything 4. So I'm too nice, but I can give you guys 4.7.
Hey, you guys heard the man.
Well, we have a saying around here, Conrad, and that's if you want to rate us 1 star on any of these apps, it's the star that's all the way to the right.
All the way on the right.
There is a graphical bug that will make it look like it's 5 stars, but trust me, it's 1.
It's 1. Yeah. You only clicked 1 star.
Yeah.
So it's 1 star, obviously. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Give us a rating on Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys are listening to this. We would very much appreciate it. If you are listening anywhere, I know we shouted out the Vietnamese earlier, as well as the Chileans and the Argentinians. We love you guys. We love you New Zealanders as well. But anywhere, if you're listening in St. Louis, Missouri, which is where I'm from, not very exotic to me, let us know. Hit us up on X/Twitter at Overtheologizer. Let us know what you think about the pod. Maybe some suggestions for guests in the future. And don't forget to do your daily tag of Wes Huff 20 times and tell him he needs to get on the podcast. And also give me one of those facsimiles. Those things are
for real.
Awesome.
For real.
Conrad, have you seen, are you a Wes Huff fan?
I've seen some of his stuff. I've not really done much active listening.
That's okay. Oh. You should have lied so you would come on the podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. Big fan.
You'll have to look up. Yeah. Yeah. Well, now we're going to need to talk about the 9th commandment, Conrad.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So I believe that's what we call entrapment.
If you go on, I think it's just weshuff.com or .co.uk or not UK. He's not UK. He's Canada. .ca, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Just Google Wes Huff and go on his website. He has some awesome replicas of like P42 and some really cool biblical manuscripts that he hand makes. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I want to get one of those one day. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, if X is not your speed,
email Wes.
You can always send us an email at overtheologizing@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Any comments, questions, concerns, ratings, give me your favorite Taco Bell order. I don't know, anything. I just want to hear from you.
Well, Tyler, I think the Crunchwrap's overrated. I'll say it.
Hey, save that for another episode. We can break down the theological implications of that.
Ooh. Hey, next episode, we're talking about the theology of the Crunchwrap. And
that's right.
I used to work at Taco Bell. I will go on for an hour. Don't you guys worry.
Well, it sounds like we have our next show planned then.
Yeah.
Conrad, before we let you go, is there anywhere, if anybody wants to hear more from you, maybe listen to some sermons, is there anywhere they can do that?
If anyone really wants to, we're at barnabas.org.nz, Barnabas Church in Blenheim. Other than that, I'm nowhere. Bye.
We got part of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think your neighbor...
Have I returned?
You are back, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I think your neighbor was causing some interruption there for you.
Yeah, he's attempted the motorbike again with the backfiring. Yeah, Barnabas.org.nz, that's us. Yeah.
There we go.
And you'll be able to go through things from there.
Well, I know I personally will go over and listen to a few sermons. That'll be Monday while I'm working. That'll be some of my homework. I'll give you a grade 1 through 5.
There you go. There you go.
Joyous. Please do. I look forward to hearing from you.
Conrad, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you on, sir, all the way from the other side of the world from us. And we hope to definitely have you back on sometime soon. And we wish many blessings upon you and your family.
Man, I like that little benediction at the end. That's awesome. We're getting liturgical in here. I love it.
You got to. You got to.
Yeah. Hey, I'm down. I may be a non-denominational churchgoer, but I'm down for some benediction.
All right.
Well, before this
until
goes
next
on,
time. Oh, see, there we go, tripping over each other,
Hey,
just
you
like
know
we
what?
always do. It
Right.
wouldn't be an over-theologizing episode if we didn't do that.
Nope. All right. 3, 2, 1. Bye.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Bye.